Hey everybody, Brett here, and it is day 86 of my carnivore diet journey. And it is now day 9 of Lion Diet. So, pretty decent day today. Woke up much closer to sea level, and just as when I went from Colorado to Kentucky, Covington, Kentucky area, right by the Ohio River. When I came here, my weight jumped, and I still don't know how much of that is real weight jump and how much of that is the sea level gravity difference, right, on the scales and how they affect them. So I am not going to worry too much about it today. I was back to 274. Which is about 2 pounds, which I didn't go back and look at it, but I feel like that's about what the bump was when I went from Colorado to Ohio. And I don't know what sea level, what altitude we're at here, but it is flat. I mean, you drive for miles and miles and you don't feel anything but a road bump. So it's kind of crazy. Excuse me. But on the bright side, I'm having no allergy symptoms whatsoever. Didn't take any allergy medication today at all. So, but I feel great. So I'm really happy about that. Now, as far as dieting today went, it went pretty well. I did end up having to use some of my, I shouldn't say I ended up having to. I used some of the electrolyte powder today that I bought at the store yesterday. It's not my homemade stuff. It is store-bought, and it is actually Pedialyte. I think I mentioned it yesterday, and I mentioned that it was Propel, but actually it's Pedialyte. I was looking at both of them, and I ended up bringing home the Pedialyte one. So no sugar. Dextrose is in there, but no sugar. So being down here, it is in the 80s. It got to the 90s today. I don't want to get dehydrated and lose the electrolytes that I have. I do not want to get back to muscle cramps. I did have a muscle cramp the other night, and it just was not pleasant. So I want to avoid that. So went ahead and took one this morning, and then I did one tonight. But I am putting it into more water than you're supposed to, so that I kind of break down that sugary kind of sweet taste, as well as the actual taste of it. I bought strawberry, just because I've never been a real big strawberry drink person. Cherry, berry, and all that kind of stuff, yes, but not strawberry. So I took that, since it's not something that I used to drink for enjoyment, to try and avoid creating a craving or anything like that. Lunch was amazing. We had they had brought in lunch from a restaurant in Laredo. Basically, bought in like a make your own taco bar, but it wasn't like ground beef. It was grilled chicken and grilled steak. And I should say there was some ground beef, but it was mostly grilled chicken and grilled steak. So to me, it was more like a make your own fajita bar. But they brought it all in, that and all the salsas and the rice and the beans and everything. So I stuck with beef. I ate, it was probably about 18 ounces of beef, steak. Probably about 18 ounces of steak, and then maybe 4 ounces of ground beef. So really good stuff. Very, very happy with it. So that was a great lunch. And it was interesting too, because I wanted more. I was like, oh, that's really good. I want to go eat more. But I was trying to decide if I was wanting more because I'm hungry or wanting more because it was good and there was more. I mentioned a long time back about my clean plate club, and the fact that I was a clean plate club kid, and that's part of the reason that I eat the way I do. So I kind of sat there for a good 5 to 7 minutes probably, and like was talking with somebody, and before I decided to go up and get one more piece of beef, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't just going after it to eat it. Excuse me. But I don't think I was. And then had that other piece of beef, and I ate that other piece of beef, and I was like, I'm full. This is it. I'm done. So I think it was the right move. Trying not to overeat, but also trying to make sure that I am satisfied. And then for dinner, we went to a nice restaurant that had a 16-ounce ribeye on the menu. I could not justify the price of that ribeye on a work trip, especially when they're paying for my rental car. And then on top of it, they have now given us a loaner truck from their pool of trucks to drive around, because my rental car is an EV in a non-EV friendly area. So I couldn't justify that price. So I got a hamburger with an extra patty. And it was one of those where I said, hey, can I get an extra patty on this burger right here? And he goes, yeah, double patty? You want double patty? Yes, that's fine. I said, okay, let me do that burger, double patty, but no bun, no lettuce, no tomato, no onion, no cheese, no fries. And he said, oh, okay, onion rings? No onion rings. Salad? No salad. I just want to end up with a plate with 2 beef patties on it. And he goes, okay, no fries. No fries. So it's so funny sometimes. And my colleague was sitting there with me, and she's like, do people like ask you that a lot? I was like, yeah, they don't understand it. I mean, I've had one waiter back there in Covington, Kentucky, that was, when I made my order, he was like, are you carnivore? And I was like, yeah. And he wanted to talk, so we talked afterwards, and that was awesome. But usually it's, what do you mean you only want meat? That's it. That's all I want. I said, I want 2 juicy, greasy burger patties right there on my plate. So that's what I got, and they were actually good. And I noticed I threw salt on it, and it was just, the table salt that they had there, not like my pink Himalayan or my Redmond or something like that. But I was like, oh, that tastes really good. And I poured the salt on pretty good tonight. I don't know if it was just that particular meat or what it was, but it was delicious. So did that. And then of course, drove back 45 minutes back from Laredo. So we are in the middle of nowhere where we're at. So it's a little rough, but got a few more days. We will drive back up to, today's Tuesday. We've got tomorrow and Thursday that we're working down here, and then Thursday night we get to drive up to San Antonio, stay the night there, and then we fly out Friday morning. So I've got 2 more days of working through my food here, staying Lion Diet thus far, and I did purchase on my way here some fully cooked frozen beef patties at the H-E-B. I haven't opened them up yet, but they're there in case I need it. So yeah, I'm pretty well set. Just good. So that is what I wanted to talk about tonight. My sugar was at 117, and that was fairly early this morning. And then that was before 8 o'clock because I took it here at the room. So 117, and my ketones were at 0.9. And I'm suspecting that my ketones are going to be a little bit low all week because I'm going to be eating meat that was not prepared by me. It's going to have more seasoning and everything on it. So I'm assuming my ketones are going to go a little lower. I don't suspect it's going to have sugar in it, so I don't expect my sugar to spike, but we'll see. And we'll just deal with it, you know? It's going to happen. So do the thing, like, comment, subscribe. Got a number of new subscribers here. We're actually getting, I think we're 370 something. So we're getting closer and closer to that 400 subscription mark. And that's actually very exciting for me. Because as I've said, I never thought this would be anything but for me, and people are getting benefit. You know, somebody said today that they're proud of me, and that makes me feel really good, because you know, I'm kind of proud of myself, but it's really nice to hear it. So throw the comments in there, even if you don't want to subscribe. Throw those comments in there, because I really do appreciate them. So that's all I have for today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.